Ladies and gents, it's Dusty Thunder with a cake story for you. Title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Make My Sister-in-Law's Wedding Cake for Free? I, 29 female, run a bakery business that I've built from the ground up during the past 5 years. It started as a hobby during college, but now it's a registered business with steady clients, a dedicated workspace, and consistent orders during each month. I do mostly weddings, birthdays, and other events. I take a lot of pride in what I do, and it's not just baking for fun anymore. This is my livelihood. My sister-in-law, 33 female, is getting married at the beginning of June. She's my wife's older sister. We're on friendly terms, but she's always had this vibe like she doesn't really take what I do seriously. She has made comments like, "Must be nice getting to play in the kitchen all day." Or, "You're lucky, people will pay for something that they could probably learn on YouTube." Always with a smile, like it's a joke, but not really. Oh no, that's petty bitch shit right there. That's 100% petty bitch shit right there. I've brushed these comments off in the past. Also, time out, bitch. You can learn anything on YouTube. Anything. I've brushed these comments off in the past since they weren't happening all the time, and I just didn't want to stir up any drama. So earlier this month, she asked if I would make her wedding cake. I said sure, and asked what she had in mind. She sent over inspo pics of a 4-tier cake with a smooth buttercream floral piping and real flowers on top and cascading down one side. She wanted it to be chocolate sponge with raspberry filling in terms of taste. Plus, she wanted me to deliver it to the venue myself on the morning of the wedding rather than picking it up the day before herself. After we got done discussing everything, I gave her a quote over the phone with a generous family discount, and sister replied almost instantly that she didn't think I would be charging her and the cake would essentially be a wedding gift. I don't think you get to decide what each person is giving you as a wedding gift. If it did, that would be fun, but that's not how this reality works. I told her that I don't typically do wedding cakes as gifts because of how much time and work they take, but I would be happy to buy her something from her registry instead, or still make the cake at a discounted price if she wanted. She wasn't happy. She said I was being transactional and that it was just a cake and I clearly didn't want to be a part of her special day before hanging up on me. Okay, listen, bitch, if it's just a cake, go get one from the grocery store. To be clear, I have made cakes for free before, but those were small, simple ones for people I care about or for friends who were going through a rough time. This isn't that my sister-in-law and her fiance can't pay for the cake, and it's not like she's exactly respected my work in the past. Meanwhile, sister-in-law has been telling anyone who will listen that I'm making her big day about myself and trying to profit off of her happiness. My mother-in-law called and she didn't really ask how I felt or try to understand where I was coming from. She just seemed overwhelmed and kind of desperate to stop this from turning into a bigger family fight. She kept going on about how stressed my sister-in-law was and how she was being a bit much, but basically begged me to reconsider. My wife is completely on my side and has told her mom to stop trying to smooth things over at my expense, but even she admitted she sort of wishes I would just say yes to avoid the fallout.
No!
Your wife said that? Oh, man. She's not really on your side then. Listen, you said she's completely on your side. But she admitted she sort of wishes you would just cave. Not something that someone who's completely on your side says. I say here's the problem a lot. I need to get a t-shirt that says here's the problem. That's my new shirt. When you have as a crafts person of any kind, baker, musician, website developer, graphic designer, photographer, no matter what it is, if you invest your time to create the product that is your livelihood or even your side hustle, when you give it away for free, you devalue it. Not just to the person that you're giving it away to yourself. You devalue it. I learned that the hard way. Early, well, I say early, but you know, as a business person, and as a community person, as when you have a skill set, like you want to help people by doing that thing for them. And though like we're not a big organization with big funds for sponsorships and stuff, like we're a small team. So we do for people, we do for not profits, that's how we help and how we contribute. But for a long, long time, we did way too much. And it devalued what we did to a harmful point. And OP values their time, values their craft, values their business, and they have every right to. This bizzo does not, has made shitty little jabs in the past about how it's so cool that people will pay for something they can probably figure out how to do on YouTube, and then has the balls to call you up and give you an inspo board with this freaking cake you'd see on E or HGTV or some shit, wherever they do, I don't know, on an Insta reel, right? I'm like, what's the relevant thing? I'm sounding old here. Crank it up a notch. Has the balls to be like, I'm envisioning that when you cut the cake, butterflies fly out of it, but they're edible butterflies. And that's when you take a bite of this cake, we actually lace it with something that has to, like, you have like a euphoric experience on every bite. And I'm expecting this for free. So let me preface this request by, I don't value anything that you do. And oh, by the way, I'm going to ask you to do something really difficult I would never attempt to do on my own for free. How OP had this strength, or maybe just the slow enough processor from being fried from being a business owner, to not in that moment be like, well, I'm sure you can find a YouTube video to make just that. I don't know how they didn't fire that back.